And we're live, baby. Best Ball Barbecue day number 77 with a consecutive stream and a consecutive draft. Big episode today. We are joined by one of the white whales that I have coined it as. There's a list in my notes. There's 6 people, and then the 7th one is anyone from the Falcons or Timberwolves. But there's 6 real people in the fantasy industry that I want to have on this show. The first one today is going to be Theo Gremminger. He's waiting in the wings, ready to draft the Best Ball Mania 5 team. And we're going to absolutely get after it on today's stream. So make sure you drop a like, drop a sub. We got a couple of sub goals. We'll get into that, I'm sure, throughout the course of the draft. But I'm ready to get into it. Theo's waiting. We're going to draft. But before we do any of that, let's hit the intro.
Everything's starting. Let's go.
All right, and we're back. We're with Theo. I saw you bobbing your head in the.
Listen, you're using like old Jay-Z music, like older than you are, Tyler. That was my jam. So yeah, hell yeah, I'm bobbing. I'm excited to be here on Best Ball Barbecue with you. I appreciate being like a white whale. I'll come and draft with you anytime you want, though. I'm a big fan of yours. You crush it over at Player Profiler. We've had a chance to podcast together and do like a lot of stuff together. You're a really, really good writer as well. So anybody who watches Tyler in the best ball streets here, like you're writing articles over at playerprofiler.com. Tyler's very, very talented writer as well. So you do a lot, Tyler. So I'm really happy to get a chance to stand in your lane on your show.
I see you gassing me up while also pushing the people over to Player Profile. That's what the head of content does. Head of content's got to push. He's got to push some product. But yeah, definitely really excited about everything that's going on over there tomorrow. Also, too, on Sonic Truth tomorrow, which I'm really pumped for. Pumped for Sonic Truth, my Sonic Truth debut.
So we're talking a little Dynasty tomorrow. I believe we're starting like 11:30 in the morning Eastern time. And Tyler's joining Matt Kelly and I. We're going to talk a little bit of Dynasty. We're going to talk some rookies. Training camp coming up here, Tyler. So we got to bring the A game, but we got to bring the A game in this draft too.
That's a given. We're going to bring the A game in this draft. Obviously, hopping in Best Ball Mania. Also, too, while I have everyone here, I want to get I like to do the ads out of the way. Like I have a little ad reads, a little promo. We got to pay the bills, keep the lights on around here. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, subscribe. And I don't know if you know this, Theo, at 1,000 subs. So Memphis Young was on here a couple months ago, maybe a month or two ago, and he said at 1,000 subs, if we get there before the start of the season, he's going to come back on this stream in a full shiesty ski mask. And he's going to draft an entire BBM team, also giving away a free year of the Dynasty Warzone Patreon, and he's going to get you in a Dynasty Warzone listener league. So a lot of stuff that Memphis just, decided to toss on over to us, or this lucky subscribers of this channel, if we hit 1,000 subs. Also, too, we have the overlay, which we'll obviously get into during the draft. But are you ready, Theo? Let's get into it.
I'm ready.
All right. I like to give my viewers a 12-second countdown so they can hop in here with us. So I keep saying I'm going to get a video to play, but right now I just do it manually. So that's what we're going to do until I actually take the time to make a video. But we're going to hop in 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's see who we got in here today. Waiting on 6. Also, too, while we're pushing some product, Anthony, this is Anthony's account. Says Draft Guide is awesome as well, guys. Draft Guide just dropped. I had a big part to play in the Draft Guide.
You did.
I teased some stuff on here too. Like I pulled up a little bit of the articles that I like, little player things that I wrote. Tease a little bit more. It's like, oh, this is good writing. Maybe I should buy the whole thing and see it all. So,
listen, Tyler, you definitely helped a lot with it. It's so much work goes into it. It's like a huge weight off my shoulders. So
100, I bet, right? That's gotta be crazy coordinating all that.
Dude, it's wild. Like I talked to somebody about it today who does a draft guide on like at a smaller scale, and it's just so many moving parts. So I work with so many talented people on it, but it's like there's days where I talk to like 25 people about the same project in different little, either an email or phone call or in like a Twitter DM. So it's not kind of nonstop. It's my second year doing it. I think this year is really, really well done. I'm really happy about it. I did my rankings. My rankings are obviously the best of it. Now, Billy Muzio is actually a really, really traditionally good ranker, but I have a couple of my guys pushed up in the rankings where he doesn't. So the rankings are always kind of hard for me too. It's you get so used to like tiers and all that kind of stuff, but then you actually have to put your full on rankings, and I go 250 deep, so that's a challenge too. So yeah, man. I appreciate all your help, Tyler. You crushed it, dude.
100%. I thank you for having me. All right, who do we got in here? We got Anthony at the 101, Troy at the 102. I think that might be it. Yeah, those are the only names that I recognize. So again, by Underdog law, you are required to say what spot you're drafting at if you're in here. I think it's more of like a running joke than it actually is a law. But we got the 1-3 in here, Theo.
Money. And 103 is money on Underdog right now.
I usually like to click Tyreek. I can get down with a little Jamar. I saw obviously it's weird because I know all your takes. I've been watching you podcast for a year now. Like I know who you like. So well, I know you're a big CD guy.
Yeah, you make a big like there's and I think honestly you can kind of make your builds with a few of these guys. I actually don't hate the pushing Bijan up occasionally, especially if you're like max entering this. But at the end of the day, we'll go with one of your wide receivers. Like, I'm writing this like who to pick at every single spot article series. We're dropping like the 104. And again, I just think CeeDee Lamb, the target competition, the guy led the NFL last year in catches, led the NFL last year in targets. And he's going to be right there towards the top. And that's sort of been the cheat code to finish as wide receiver 1 overall. Chase, it's hard to really fade Chase. He was on pace for a ton of targets last year before Joe Burrow went down. And Tyreek, you're talking about 23.5 points a game last year, right there with CeeDee Lamb. So, I would be on CD if he falls. But I would prefer going with
I say we're on the clock. You go with Tyreek or Chase? Tyreek, Chase, or Bijan?
Let's go with Tyreek. Let's go with Tyreek. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of see my exposures on the screen here too. So obviously this is made possible by bestballoverlay.com. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. There we go. Bestballoverlay.com. Use code PPR Tyler all caps for 33% off. It's $20 if you use my code a month. It's $30 if you don't. So it's actually in your best interest to use my code. Save yourself some money. You obviously get to see all your exposures on screen. You get the week 16, week 17 matchup. Shows you if they're playing in a dome. It's got the over under Vegas for those matchups as well. Shows you like when we get a quarterback, it'll tell you what to stack up. Some cool features on the website too. So go, if you're a volume drafter, go check it out. Awesome stuff. All right, all the bills are paid now, Theo. Now we can just focus on 100% drafting, and looks like a pretty chalk room. Also, two big news today. I mean, not really like big news. Like Ayuk obviously requesting the trade. What do you think the actual probability of him getting traded is? Because I would put it at
very low,
like 15%. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think it's low. I think if somebody comes to San Francisco with like a Godfather offer, then obviously they're going to take it. But at the end of the day, I think that they're thinking Super Bowl. Despite drafting Ricky Pearsall, Brandon Ayuk would be a massive loss. The guy is a first down machine. He is a big play machine, and he fits so well into their offense. And it's sort of like, go ahead, be disgruntled. And he's just going to end up playing this year, and then they'll probably move on from him next year. I think Brandon Ayuk is one of the more talented wide receivers in football. It would be interesting, though, Tyler, if we saw Brandon Ayuk go to a team where he could get 145, 150 targets. Because in San Francisco, you're talking about a guy who gets like 105 targets and still just crushes it. So I don't know. I would put it very low. I do think Devontae Adams, there's a lot of juice right there that he gets moved.
I just saw something on the way, driving in. Apparently, Devontae refuted all claims or something like that. He's like, that's just BS kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe he's just saying that. I don't know. Is there a benefit to him saying that there's no juice to that? Or I don't really know. But it just seems like a weird situation. It's not going to be good for my Garrett Wilson shares if that happens. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen.
It's not great for Breece Hall either because of the red zone.
Exactly.
Devontae Adams, ends up he's always first or second in red zone targets at the wide receiver spot. It's just another chance to lose touchdown equity for Breece Hall. And then when it comes to Garrett Wilson, it's this argument that Garrett Wilson could be a 175 target guy, 165 target again guy. That goes down. Adams is a target magnet.
Yeah, I wonder if we see start to see Debo creep up here, because I think some people are they're going to see the big report that says Ayuk requests trades, but they're not going to see the ancillary report where it's the Niners don't want to trade him. I saw some of the Pats reached out and the Niners yeah, we're not trading him. They want to win a Super Bowl. They don't care about like long term, the move is to trade him. But like they went to OT last year in the Super Bowl, like, and they pretty much got the same guys running it back minus like what Chase Young for the most part, and they got Ricky Pierce. Like this should be a pretty much the same team they had last year. I don't see. If you're trying to win this year, trading Ayuk does nothing. And if they really want to play this game and they don't think Ayuk's like actually going to sit out, and I don't think he will, I think he ends up playing, where it's like it's the 5th year this year. They can just franchise tag him next year. They could potentially do it the year after that. Like he could just play 3 more years on the Niners, and like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're coming up here, 1 pick away. We have Tyreek. Not a very it's a very chalk start in terms of
we could push it up with a little Devon Achane and go full Miami. If you want to go that way, I'm good with that. If you want to go Saquon here, it's fine value at the 210.
I like Saquon over Achane. I only to say that because I know I have a ton of Achane with Hill.
There's also a chance that Achane comes back to us in the 3rd. Saquon will be gone.
Yeah.
All right, so
I know
let's take Saquon.
You're a little Achane slappy, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, you are a little Achane slappy.
Yeah.
Why do you I saw some today where it's like Achane doesn't have top 3 like running back upside, and the take was like he's not going to get that many carries. He's not going to get like the carries, and obviously he's going to be hyper efficient. And it's like,
well, I mean, I think it's a do we know that? And I think that we're trying to project ourselves onto like the rational coaching, but we've seen all these 190-pound running backs crush it. Kyron Williams is 190 pounds, and last year, finished right up there. James Cook finished as an RB1 last year at 190 pounds. Devon Achane, was setting the world on fire. So we don't know. Okay, so where are we at right here? He might come back to us. Let's see.
I'll rip it if he comes back to us because I definitely don't have any Tyreek, Saquon, Achane.
3rd round Achane is a lot more tolerable too.
100%. Oh, he goes. Troy snipes us. All
okay,
right.
So I like a little bit of neighbors here.
Yep. I like Henry. I like Henry a lot.
Henry's fine, and then we can go very fragile at running back with the 2 old dusty running backs with Henry and Barkley. But we could go Malik if you want to catch up at wide receiver a little bit more. Neighbors in the 3rd round is money, in my opinion. You go either way though, Tyler. I'm good either way.
Neighbors. Let's go
Neighbors. Yeah. Feels dangerous when you take Neighbors in the 3rd round.
It feels dangerous when you take 2 RBs through 3 rounds.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then you get stuck. You get stuck.
Yeah. We were talking in the pre-show, obviously. I don't think I've ever seen you like I see some people in the industry, like, I've drafted with, I've been in a lot of, the Oversets and the Davis Maddox, and, all these. I've actually been in a stream with Josh Larkey probably like more than 5 times. Like his username's very recognizable. It's a fun guy hates stats. It's very easy to spot. But I've never seen you, and part of the reason it sounds like is you're just killing it in these slow draft streets, which I just refuse to do.
I live in the slow drafts. Basically, my May, June, and most of July is slow draft season, and then I go a bunch of live drafts in August. But I'm doing NFFC and FFPC, like some redraft stuff. So like my best ball, I'll still stay in the slow draft streets, like right up to the end. To the point where they're like, making the clock shorter and stuff when you're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
It's lifestyle for me. I have 3 kids. So, when you have like the 3 little ones, it's harder to sit down and do a draft at like 8:00. And then I don't want to draft like too late because they're going to be up early in the morning. So slow draft lifestyle is good for me.
That's fair. I mean, I don't have any kids. I did, I can actually kind of draft out my job, working at the good old NutriShop. We just slanging protein and ripping drafts, kind of all I do throughout the day. I try to slow down.
Little 5 HTP, and then you draft your ass off. That's it.
Yes, sir. Also, too, I don't know if you saw I think you saw my promotion tweet. You did retweet it, but I said the things you can expect on the stream today. Brock Bowers hype. We can get to that when he comes up. Testosterone, just us being on the stream is testosterone. But I think what people want to know, I said, like, I probably do bench more than you, right? So, like, what's your bench number? Around, like, what, 135, 155, somewhere in that range?
I take the dumbbells for a ride most of the time these days, Tyler. I'm a little bit older than you are, but I took the 120s for a spin this morning.
Oh, yeah. I never picked up a 120 in my life.
So we're about that life, though. I got a chance to lift with you when we were at the draft, so that was always a lot of fun. Memphis, shout out to Memphis Young. Those were fun gym days. Cody Carpentier, Matty Kiewum. We had some guys at the gym. That was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome time. I don't know. I don't know if you see the title of the stream. The Anytime Analysts take on BBM5.
I love it. I love it. So we got the little neighbors, Saquon and Tyreek Hill. That's a really money start.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I think Neighbors just like I've kind of liked him more coming out than Harrison. I think he has more upside trade. I think like his upside is higher than Marvin Harrison's upside. I think Marvin Harrison's like a really safe receiver. Like we know what he's going to be. But if Neighbors hits, like he could kind of be like that, like a taller Tyreek, maybe not as fast, but like just like a supercharged. Like I don't know who's a good example. Like a I don't even know. Do you have a good example?
He's built a little bit more like a DJ Moore type body.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
He's just so explosive. He's forces so many missed tackles. He's also excellent with yak. And he also makes big plays downfield. And then you kind of take it to the next level. And this is a guy that has more receptions and more receiving yardage than anyone in LSU history.
Hate to cut you off, but we're on the clock. Let's get this pick in.
Oh, let's get it in. Okay, so for me, I like going ETN here. I think ETN here is good. We'll get a wide receiver in the 5th round, and we have 2 running backs that I think could be RB1s for us.
Yes. ETN, like the way I look at ETN, why can't ETN just do like what we think Saquon's going to do, or like Achane, Kyron, Derrick Henry? Like he's in that tier for me where you look at the numbers. He was weeks 1 through 8 last year. He was he led the league in touches, led the league more than McCaffrey, more than any other running back. He led the league in touches. I think there was some injury stuff after the bye. You look there, the first 8 weeks, the Jags were 6-2. ETN was touching the ball. The last 8 weeks, they were 2-6. ETN touches went down significantly. So we could do a little stacking with Kirk. Obviously, we just went ETN, so we could do that. We could go Terry.
That's fine. I think Kirk is fine, and having a little bit of Jack. We could also potentially get BTJ and Trevor Lawrence and really lean into Jacksonville.
Any of those receivers like you like Terry?
I like Terry a little more than Kirk, but the fact that we have the correlation, I would just lean into it.
Well, let's just get those other guys later. Then there's a ton of Jags we can get later.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's go Terry. Let's little week 16 stack with Saquon. Little advancement stuff there. We're like if week 16 matters in any contest, it's BBM because just getting to the finals, like it's like historically all the money has been in week 17. But this year, like if you just get there, like you're gonna walk away with like if you max entry, if you do 150 entries times that by 25, it's 375 or 3750. So even like I'm not gonna max it, so like that's still return a profit for me. So I'm down week 16 matters in this contest a little more than I think people would admit, because like just getting to the finals would be like one of the hardest parts, right? And if you get there, anything can happen.
I like where your head's at. I think week 16 matters, and I think once you hit that number, you're with the house money and all that kind of stuff. You don't know what's going to happen, and I think also when it comes down to it, like you talked about being a little different, like I think there'll be a fair amount of these Christian Kirk, Travis Etienne teams. There might not be nearly as many Travis Etienne like Gabe Davis type teams, so you get a little bit different.
Yeah. Kirk was really nice. I like pre-draft. It's like some of like my favorite stuff to do because you can kind of just like be early, like because you got like right before free agency, like you can have like your takes. Like okay, like there's like in my mind, like there was no way Calvin Ridley was going to say a Jake. Sounds like it was really close to happening, but I was right in the end, and all that matters is I'm a results driven. It's like if it works out, you can brag about it. So. Kirk was going like round 7 in like the big board, and like all that happened was like Ridley left, and they still bring in some target competition with BTJ and Gabe Davis. I'm interested to see what that looks like, because obviously they bring in 2 more guys, but neither of them are the target hogs that Calvin Ridley was. But like the way I'm looking at it is like all these guys complement each other really well. Like the way I see it, it's gonna be Ingram in 11 personnel. It's gonna be Ingram and Kirk in the slot. And it's gonna be BTJ and Gabe Davis out wide. Like they just all complement each other really well. I'm really curious to see what it looks like and kind of who becomes Trevor Lawrence's favorite target. Like if you had to put your money down right now, who scores the most points of the receiving threats for Jacksonville? Is it Kirk, or do you think it's gonna be someone else?
That's a really interesting question. I could see a scenario where BTJ is really, really good down the stretch, which could make more of an impact for like a tournament like this. I think Christian Kirk kind of is what he is. I think he's 120 to 130 target guy, and he kind of has a capped ceiling because Evan Engram's going to be top 4 in the NFL in targets at the tight end position. Kirk I think is very solid, but I think you make a good point that maybe he's getting kind of drafted towards his ceiling. BTJ could be like DK Metcalf rookie year. That's kind of like the bull case for
Yeah.
BTJ. Like I think he's good, and we saw Ridley targeted the end zone so many times last year. BTJ could just fill in that spot. And I see one comment in your chat from Benjamin talking about ETN. ETN was over 5 yards a carry the year before, so he was sub 4 yards per carry last year. Kind of feasted on rushing touchdowns, but the receiving work, Tyler, that's a little bit of a wild card there. Using ETN a little bit more as a receiver out of the backfield, which is sort of the MO coming out. So, I mean, the offensive line can't be worse, right? They can't be worse than last year. So
I think they had some injuries too, and they brought in Ezra Cleveland at the trade deadline. They just extended him too, so he should be there for the whole season, not half the season kind of thing. So we'll see what that ends up looking like. But I have faith in ETN. I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player, and I think that he's very, very well valued, especially in Underdog.
Yeah. All right. Coming up here now, a lot of receivers to choose from. We could get one of these guys. Stroud doesn't really fit any of our builds here. I don't know how you feel about any of these RPs, but
I think we go wide receiver here. We already have 2 very strong running backs. I think Deontay Johnson is interesting. I think Brian Thomas pushing him up and just having the correlation there is interesting and not kind of playing around with it. And then getting our Jacksonville exposure there. You're right. I don't think there's any reason to mess around with Stroud. If you want to take Deontay, I would do it. If you want to push another wide receiver, I'm open to this tier.
Let's go Deontay. I feel like Troy. And I know Anthony's a Panthers fan, so he might take Deontay, and I'm fine with going a little like Deontay, Brian Thomas type of deal too. I think that's really fun. I mean, I'm not like I like Kamara. He's fine. I like Montgomery. You can kind of tell by my exposures. Like I'm not really if I'm overweight on anybody, it is Kamara kind of in this range, but. I'm kind of fine with whatever seeing which guy falls to us. We got the Addison news coming in too. I mean, we'll probably talk about it from a dynasty perspective tomorrow, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But redraft, like, how are you treating this? Because it looks like by like the letter of the law, I talked about on Player Profile yesterday. It's like if he's convicted of a DUI, it's pretty much just a 3-game suspension. So like there's that. When that actually happens, though, when that verdict comes down, is interesting too. But I'm not really sure what to do with Addison. I assume he's going to fall in a lot of these drafts now because obviously it's kind of like current events. And like he's falling a tad in this. He falls like this all the time, though. People don't really like draft Addison to begin with. We can do a little Jacksonville. Brian Thomas went, but I think we can get Evan Ingram
I like that. I like
round out the tight end.
I think Ingram is an interesting one here. And it kind of keeps us open to a 2 tight end build.
Yes. One of my favorite articles. Yeah, you go.
No, I would actually lean Ingram goes off the board, so we missed him.
No, we got him. We just got him.
We just got him. I'm sorry.
I dropped it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your favorite articles? Sorry, Tyler.
One of my favorite articles I wrote was the bully tight end one. Just kind of dive into that data and all that kind of stuff. Like just you look at the sheer number of tight ends that are going in, and like there's a lot there. Like there was a week there where like everyone was debating what's the definition of an elite tight end. Kind of the I just kind of did like elite to like really good tight end was kind of my thing. Where like guys that are going to the top 100. Like I think there was like 10 of them, and like last year it was like I think like 6 or 7, which doesn't seem that much of a difference. But only 3 of the guys that are going in the top 100 last year are going in the top 100 this year. It's just Kelsey, it's Ingram, and I think it's Pitts and Kittle. So I think it was 4, but it's like all the other guys are new guys that we're excited about. We're excited about Mark Andrews too. Yeah. Like we're excited about Kincaid though, who wasn't going there last year. We're excited about, McBride. We're excited about Bowers. We're excited about just all these other guys. Like Pitts feels like this is the year it could actually happen for him. A fun stat on Pitts too that I saw that I didn't really realize in the moment, but Kyle Pitts' rookie year of the yards that he had, it was actually more than any other tight end this past season. He had, if you took his rookie year yards that season, was more than any other tight end this year. It's kind of a weird year for tight ends, like more like touchdowns in terms of yardage because we didn't get like a crazy Andrews or Kelsey season. But that was an interesting stat. Like Pitts is still that guy. I think he's still that guy.
Yeah, he's 23. He's younger than McBride. He's younger than Kincaid. And also, like, people think, people get angry when you point out that they're talking about using him at wide receiver. They're like, he's already a guy that was kind of moved around the formation, but it just creates potentially more targets. And it's just, anytime we get a tight end with like 110 plus targets, it's like a huge win for us. And I think that we would both bet that I would be very surprised if Kyle Pitts doesn't hit that target total, considering the wide receiver competition besides Drake London. So yeah, I'm with you. I think Kyle Pitts is we're back, and there was always sort of like a, hey, we've been burned before, but it has to happen this year. It has to.
Yeah.
I think they would have gone harder at wide receiver if they didn't have faith in Kyle Pitts being a very good player.
Yeah. One of the first press conferences Raheem Morris gave was like, I think it was at the combine when he was like talking about it. He was like, it's like Kyle Pitts is like he's like the guy. Like he's gonna be the guy. And people were like the receiver quote was funny where it's like you kind of mentioned too, he's already been like playing receiver pretty much. Like he's been doing that. Like if you look at like where he's been taking his snaps in terms of like inline, slot, and out wide, it's pretty like even across the board. Like it's like he's been doing that. And I think the thing like I see some people like referencing like the ADOT. Like people are like, we're like usually ADOT's like a good thing, but like for Kyle Pitts, like I don't want Kyle Pitts to be my deep threat. Like that's what he was used as in Atlanta with Arthur Smith is like he's the deep threat because like London's like he's like a contested catch guy, but he's not a burner. Like I think Kyle Pitts is straight up faster than Drake London. And I don't want Kyle Pitts to be my deep guy. I want him to get like manufactured targets, yak, all that kind of stuff, kind of use more like Kelsey than like, Gabe Davis. Like that's what I want him to be used like. So I'm really excited about like I think he's gonna be used like that this year, more in the slot, just kind of just winning. Just go out there and winning routes where like last year was like, okay, try and run deep. We feel like you're still like torn MCL. Was like it just wasn't the recipe for success. But we're coming back up on the clock here, 2 picks away. I feel pretty good at receiver. We don't really need to go Curtis Samuel, even though I don't mind the click. A lot of running backs here to choose from. We got Aaron Jones falling. He'd be 13 picks of value if he fell to us. Any of the running backs you like in this range? Any truther guys for you?
Yeah, well, not a truther guy, but the fact that Aaron Jones is falling and you bring up that Jordan Addison might be suspended 3 games, probably will, then you have an opportunity for Aaron Jones to see extra touches and kind of get us a quick start to the season. I'm not sure Aaron Jones holding up, but when you start talking about Aaron Jones in this like almost 9th round range, you can kind of stomach it. And he went off the board, so it doesn't matter.
He's off the board. Connor's off the board. So we got either Samuel, we got a little Mostert maybe.
I think Mostert's a solid one because we get a little correlation with Tyreek Hill.
Yep. I like that. Let's do it. Let's go Mostert. Jalen Wright's like one of my most drafted running backs actually out of Miami. He's my most drafted running back out of the 3. I love his price. I think if one of those guys goes down, and it's not like either of them have been the most like healthy throughout their careers. Mostert's really old. Like I think if one of those guys goes down, Jalen Wright's like he's kind of like Achane, where it's like he touches the ball and he can just go 80 yards.
Yeah, no, Mostert's a very fine value right now. They're all kind of pushing each other down, and it's an offense we want exposure to.
Yeah, we don't get to talk about Bowers. He's gone. I don't mind Curtis Samuel here. I don't know. I really like B-Rob. I think he's a really fun click.
I think B-Rob is a fun one as well, and we have Terry McLaurin. Ooh, so I'm open to kind of leaning into that, and also I'm fading Austin Eckler.
Okay, there we go. What do you not like about Austin Eckler?
When we start seeing these guys, and I get the argument that he was playing banged up, but it looked like he was running with a piano on his back, and now he's on a new team, and we're also asking a guy who thrives on catching the ball out of the backfield. We're asking Jaden Daniels to be kind of a check down guy for that sort of scenario to work out. Brian Robinson also sort of caps Austin Eckler as a receiver. So for me, I'm a B-Rob over Eckler guy. I guess Eckler still makes some sense structurally, but for me, I think you take B-Rob in the ambiguous one. You take the younger back, the one that sort of broke out last year, as opposed to the one who was really fading down the stretch. I also think bringing on Austin Eckler is more so than like, hey, he's going to come here and be the man. I think it sort of helps the program get started. He's a high character guy, the kind of guy you want to have around these young players. I think he'll have some solid weeks. I think Eckler might be a better in best ball type guy, but I'll take Brian Robinson scoring more points this year than him, and I feel pretty strongly about that.
100%. Eckler, there was that quote where it's like he was asked about, I think, just kind of like his contract negotiation, like why he didn't go back to the Chargers. Wasn't he quoted by saying like he didn't want all the carries, like he didn't want that. Like he's like the first running back ever to not want the ball or something like that. Like, so it's like he's going to be used as a pass catcher. I think a comparison I find myself making is, with this Cliff Kingsbury thing, it's like James Conner, Chase Edmonds. Like Chase Edmonds caught the ball a ton, didn't really score that many touchdowns because James Conner was eating all that up. So I think that's I don't think Eckler, like he's probably fine. Maybe there's that injury thing last year where like, he's kind of playing hurt and why he looked like awful. There's that one clip of him trying to break away and he just can't. Maybe that's more injury than age related, but yeah, I like Brian Robinson a ton more. I think he's got a little more juice than people want to give him credit for. I think he's a a fine pick. Plus, he's got aura too with that 50-cent walkout, obviously. So there's the aura factor you always have to factor in here. I also just changed I totally forgot to change my exposures. These are just my Best Ball Mania exposures now. I had it listed as all drafts, but these are my just Best Ball Mania ones. So it's nice to get some Saquon in there, some more B-Rob and ETM. But yeah, I got a ton of Tyreek and Best Ball Mania, a ton of Ingram. So it's always good to see the Best Ball Mania exposures by themselves. Also, too, in the chat, we have two. We have the roll, and then we have toilet paper roll. We have 2 different roll accounts in here. So I don't know what's going on with that. Is this COVID again? Is there a shortage of toilet paper rolls? I like to know because we got 2 of them in the chat. But all right,
you got the loyal Best Ball Barbecue audience. Shout out to Toronto Dave. Yeah. Shout out to Jason Allwine. I saw was in the chat.
Yeah, he was in here earlier. Where did he go? Where did he go? He's talking about H-An. Yeah, here we go. Theo fiending for H-An.
That's right. Always. We're coming up here, Tyler.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, we don't have a quarterback still. We don't have any San Fran. So Purdy's probably off the table. Obviously Lawrence would be one.
Lawrence we're sort of forced to take Lawrence if he's there for us. We don't want to mess with that, I think we get our Lawrence in and we have our Jacksonville exposure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say I think Anthony took Brian Thomas. So yeah, I don't even want to risk pushing Lawrence. Let's do Lawrence.
Yeah, let's do Lawrence. Yeah. We could also go Tua on the way back and have correlation and get our quarterback sort of taken care of here. And I think the other option would be to take another running back and be done with running back. I think I think we could get away with this as a 4 running back build if you wanted to, but a fifth running back, we're feeling really good. And then we just sit back and we hit tight end and wide receiver.
Yeah. I don't even mind going like a 5th later. I think we can be. I think Judy's on the board too. We got some weeks 17 with Miami.
Yeah.
So I think Judy. How do you feel about Judy? I feel like he's not really talked about. Like people don't really care about him. Like, do you have a take on him at all? Or you just kind of like.
I don't necessarily have a take. I think it's a little more annoying wide receiver room than people think. I think Judy is going to have an opportunity, but it's sort of like, what is his target ceiling? I think I'm pretty comfortable that Amari Cooper is going to lead them in wide receiver targets by a decent amount. And
do you want to go Judy or do you want to go Tua here?
I think we go Tua. I think we're OTC. We just get quarterback. I think quarterback's done. I think we don't need a third quarterback.
100%.
We could go a third quarterback if you want, like because Bryce Young is going to be so cheap if he falls, and we've already got the Deontay Johnson. There's some argument to having 3 quarterbacks correlated as like a max EV strategy this year if one of the 3 quarterbacks is late. And again, both of our quarterbacks we got late, so we haven't put a lot of quarterback equity into it. So we could take a third quarterback. But I feel good about this team. This team looks pretty good right now.
I love the team. I think we're investing in some good offenses too. It's always nicer to invest in a good offense, Yeah.
Like
I feel good about Trevor. I feel good about Tua. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of comes back to us here. Now, I want to get your take on one very specific player, at least for right now. Nick Chubb. We see the video. I don't think the video has really anything to do with his actual ACL. I think it more proves that, like, my take is kind of like he's built different. He could be one of these built different guys. We see the AP season coming off the ACL. We have Breece Hall from last year. Obviously, Nick Chubb's injury is a little bit different, a couple different surgeries and all that. But, like, are you drafting Nick Chubb? Because I feel like you're either drafting him or, like, you're going to have 0 of this guy. But, like, the price you're getting on him, and, like, his ADP is 138, but you can get him consistently, like, at 150. Like at 150, would you be open to drafting a little Nick Chubb?
Yeah, I don't want to have no Nick Chubb. But again, it's like I don't love betting on 29-year-old running backs to begin with. And I took Nick Chubb last year. I took him at the 1-2 turn in an FFPC main event. So I was like very much in on Nick Chubb last year. I just think it's a lot to ask these guys to come back from injury and perform at that same level. Again, he's a next level athlete. He's incredibly strong and explosive. Tyler, I don't love seeing a 585 squat when you're in injury recovery. It's like maybe take it down a notch. And the haters will say, Theo, what's wrong with you? Nick Chubb was a 685-pound squat guy. So in fact, he is deloading and it's fine. You don't understand. He's built different. But there comes a point where you're like, maybe do 405-pound squats for a summer, Nick Chubb. Like what? Like I don't know what we're trying to do here. He definitely goes hard in the weight room, and also you don't need to take that to a double. that the video was also like crazy because he didn't just do a single. He did 2 reps on that. He did a double for what? What are you doing the double for?
Yeah, it's like that's the double. Like when you're maxing, you're kind of just doing it for fun, right? You're not really like you're not going to the weight room to get better, and like you're not like okay, I'm gonna do like 1 rep of like my highest. I'm gonna do that every single day. No, you do reps, you do sets.
Yeah.
Like that's what you do. So he was definitely do that to show off. Leggett goes. Leggett's my favorite guy to click right now. Sadly, he goes because I have a Xavier Leggett little audio clip from.
I know you're a Xavier Leggett guy, for sure. I think Ricky Pearsall is a little bit interesting coming back around.
I like Mooney too.
Mooney's fine. We also get a little bit of correlation with the Washington Atlanta week 17. I'm sort of open. I don't think we need a running back here. I think we could kind of
need a receiver. I feel like we need a receiver.
We absolutely need a receiver. I would go. I think we could. I don't mind. I don't mind pushing Jermaine Burton up.
Okay.
I like Pearsall. Actually, like you could kind of talk me into any of these receivers in this range. I think it's necessary for our build to get one of these guys.
Let's go Mooney because we have the week 17. We have 2. We
fine.
Got B Rob and we got Terry, and I know I have a ton of him. I have 28% of him in BBM, but I mean he just correlates the best. Like we have some Cincinnati, he just correlates the best. So
yeah,
I don't see how we don't do it there.
We need to get a second tight end relatively soon too. I think we could kind of push that back. Ben Sinnott is tight end 19 on Underdog right now, so we could kind of wait and have the little bit of that with Terry. But it gets kind of hairy at tight end, so I don't mind taking one of these guys sort of in this range with our pick coming up, and then just hit wide receiver. We could be done at tight end if it was a somewhat boring play, but like a Cole Kmet here with an Ingram, I think is kind of good enough because I think both of those guys are going to be nothings in the pass game. You're a Musgrave guy here, Tyler?
I like Musgrave a little bit. I actually, full disclosure, I don't take a ton of these guys in this range because I love there's 2 late tight ends that I absolutely love drafting. Everyone who watches I like Hunter Henry too, but I mean you see the exposure on Noah Fant, 38% on Noah Fant. And then I love Jonnu Smith as well a little later. But
I love Jonnu. Jonnu, you know what? Tyler, you're right. For our build too with the 2 Miami Dolphins, like leaning into it with a little bit of Jonnu, especially with Tua, it's being exposed to 4 Dolphins. I'm not always in love with being exposed to 4 players on the same team.
I'm going to go QJ here. We're on the clock.
QJ for me is fine. Again, like you could talk me into anybody in this range for the wide receivers.
Yeah. And he's still got upside. Like I'm not, he's going in the 13th round for a reason, but like, there's like still there's a little part of me where it's like, maybe it just was like 1 year. And it's like he's probably never going to be like hit like his ceiling of whatever the Chargers thought his ceiling was, but like I think he could still be maybe a fine player. You know what I mean? Like he could be a fine guy.
I see in the chat the Kmet's best days are over, sadly. Yeah, and I think that the opportunity for Kmet to be like a second target on Chicago is near zero. But I do think the passing offense is going to be they're going to be very high volume passing game this year. So I think Kmet, like from a best ball perspective, is a guy I can kind of get behind. Kmet's beat expectations twice. This year wouldn't be a shock if he did it again.
Yeah. Thad's in here talking shit. QJ over Mooney. What the hell? We literally have both the players. What are you talking about, Thad? Talking shit out here. Get the hell out of here, Thad.
Thad's coming really hard at you.
Yeah, I love that. Thad's just like it's fine. He says one of 2 things. It's either always insert player, like always Claypool, or it's never somebody, like never QJ or like never like something like that. It's like it's always or never, and that's all it is. So also too, Bradley's chiming in. Theo hates Notre Dame tight ends. Cole Kmet, Michael Mayer, Tommy Tremble. What's up with you? You not a Notre Dame guy?
No, I you know what? Way back in the day when I was like a little boy, I had that Notre Dame starter jacket. So Bradley, you don't even know, but Bradley's a Notre Dame guy for sure. I'm not a huge Notre Dame guy. I'm just not. It's not never the the team that I've been rooting for, and I think a lot of their guys get a little overhyped.
Yeah. Also, little boy starter jacket Notre Dame. Were you pretty much like trying to be cast for Rudy, like 2.0 kind of thing? That's kind of what it sounds like.
No, I just you don't even understand, Tyler. It was a different era in like the 1990s. We had that starter jacket vibe.
Yeah, Catholics versus convicts. It's pretty apparent what side you were on for that.
I did like some Miami though. I had a Miami phase. Everybody had a Miami phase.
Yeah, I wish I was alive for like the Miami thing. I missed it twice. Like
Miami, Ohio State. Maurice Claret, that whole vibe, the greatest Miami team ever, and Jim Tressel takes them down. Might have been the best national championship game ever.
Yeah, so I've watched those. I watched the 30 for 30s. I watched both of them probably more than like 5 times. I love watching those 30. You know, every year or so I'll turn it on again, watch them both. But it sounds like there was some controversy, a little pass interference in the Ohio State game specifically. It sounds like a little pass interference. I've seen the play. That's a pretty bullshit call in my opinion. Didn't look like pass interference to me.
Hey, you know, it was a different era, Tyler. It was a different era.
Yeah, soft era.
That's right. I don't know. Today, the old timers might call today the soft.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I don't even want it. Just kind of like you said, the old timers might call today a soft era. My mind immediately went basketball. So I don't want to go there on this stream because people will attest. The people who have watched me like for a while now, like if somebody mentions like soft era of basketball today, and then like they talk about like, you know, like for example, Danny Ainge being the best player alive, I'll lose it. Like I go off the deep end. I see red. I literally pulled up like a 1993 NBA Finals thing while we were doing a draft. Like this, you call this defense? Like you call this spacing? Like I saw red. All right, we're on the clock here. Jalen Wright's interesting. If we wanted to go 5 RBs, a little like same backfield type of stuff. Some people call that a no-no, but I don't think it's the absolute worst.
Well, it would be like a stack cuffing.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to though.
Mm-hmm.
I think we kind of dive into another wide receiver. I think we go Troy Franklin.
Okay.
You could twist my arm into some Roman Wilson, but I think going Troy Franklin in this range with our build, he's worth a shot. Another guy could be better in the second half of the year.
Yep. It's funny. I didn't think he was going to fall to the 4th round. Like he was being like pre-draft, he was being drafted like right around like Adonai Mitchell and Brian Thomas. Like that's where he was legit. And then the combine happens and his stock falls. But like, dude, people are really pissed that he can't run in a straight line. Like that's pretty much what it was, right? He can't run.
Yeah, I mean the gauntlet was bad.
Yeah,
the 40 was underwhelming though, because if you looked at the Vegas odds before the combine, he was towards the top to have the fastest combine there, to have the fastest 40 there.
Yeah,
and it just wasn't. It didn't match up. So skinnier than we wanted, a little slower than we wanted. The gauntlet, and then you know the whole Oregon, a little bit like more of a manufactured offense type vibe. But Troy Franklin, it lands perfectly because it's a situation where he could play sooner than later, and he gets the locker room narrative with Bo Nix. So we can't hate.
Yep. All right, one pick away here. If we want to go RB, my guys here. We got.
I think Tyler Conklin is interesting.
Okay.
I don't love Tyler Conklin at all, but I think he makes some sense here as a tight end who's going to get enough work for us to kind of cover up here at tight end too.
He is the same bye week as Ingram. If we care about that too, we have to go 3 tight ends. We could go Jonnu here or Ray Davis, either of the two.
Could we? I don't mind going Jonnu. I don't mind going Jonnu at all.
Let's do Jonnu. I need more of him in BBM. I only have 7%. I have like 20% of him everywhere else, but I only have 7% in BBM. So I definitely want more Jonnu. I love Jonnu. It's like I pulled up like my favorite thing to look at if in the argument for Jonnu Smith. If you pull, and I wrote about this in the world famous draft kit, which you can go purchase right now on playerprofiler.com. You pull up the yak stats, and I think he's number 8 in just total amount of yak yards last season among tight ends. He had 1 less yak yard, so virtually the same amount of yak yards as Sam Laporta, the tight end 1. He had like 500 less yards than Sam Laporta, like overall, but he had like the same amount of yak yards. And it's like this guy in Miami, like Mike McDaniel's come out and said he's literally quoted as saying like something along the lines of, just because we didn't do it in the past doesn't mean we're going to do it now. Like he fits this. He's like a kind of like Mike McDaniel's used tight ends before. He came from San Francisco. He had George Kittle. I'm not saying Jonnu Smith is George Kittle, but it's like that same. They both block well. They're both yak guys. Get the ball in their hands and watch them do some magic. Like Jonnu Smith falls in that category. He had like a 70-yard touchdown against a 70-yard screen pass against the Vikings. Like he is really athletic. So I just want to see him. Like Miami, whatever Miami touches turns to gold. Whatever McDaniel touches turns to gold. So I'm really excited about like what we could see from him in Miami. I think he's going to be the true, like he's probably 3rd on that team in yards, receiving yards this year, like receptions, I would say. Like I think he's going to have a really, really good season in Miami.
Yeah, and I think just from a best ball perspective, I think he'll have some spike weeks because of the quality
Yeah.
of the offense. And it's funny, like you think of Jonnu Smith as like some old man. He's like 28, which is so weird. It
Yeah.
feels like he's been in the NFL forever.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I like the Jalen McMillan pick there.
Okay.
He's the guy that I've been hitting in some of these drafts.
Jim McMillan's interesting. I've drafted a little Trey Palmer too. I was drafting a lot more Trey Palmer than McMillan because I was like, this guy's gonna be less owned. I think they're both third round picks. I would say Trey Palmer even has like a leg up in terms of he's already been in the NFL for a year. But then we had Nez from the Badge Bros on the channel, and he had a quote that I had never heard before, which was Todd Bowles is quoted as saying like Jalen McMillan's a number 3, and whatever is behind him we'll figure out. Like he already said. I didn't see that quote. They must have missed my
they
news,
love Jalen McMillan.
Yeah.
I know you're a big Jalen McMillan guy, Tyler.
Yeah, that I wrote him up for the draft,
rookie guide.
the rookie draft kit. And and the stats, like I didn't really have an opinion going into that write up, and I kind of looked at the stats, and I'm looking at it like because he was not really healthy.
He had more catches. He had more catches than Rome Odunze in 2022. So
exactly. And he doubled up Jalen Polk on everything.
Polk, like to Polk's credit, like I think Polk took a massive step forward this year. But McMillan, his 2022 was really, really impressive. So for this one, Ben Sinnott in a 3 tight end build here.
Mm-hmm.
I like Malachi Corley as well. But the idea of Sinnott, and we'll have 2 potential spike week tight end guys.
Let's do it.
I like that.
Let's do it. Do you think? What do you think? Is Sinnott going to be a fullback? Because that's all I keep hearing. Sinnott's going to be a fullback. Sinnott's going to be a fullback.
So I had this conversation the other day on one of the shows. Is the idea that they're going to line him up at H-back, they're going to move him around. I think it's a little more of a testament that they're going to get him on the field. I think he might be a second half of the year guy. I do think he's going to get there though. You don't spend a second round pick on Ben Sinnott unless they had a plan to use him. I don't think this is like a Schoonmaker type deal. And the fact is, like, Zach Ertz is very old. I don't think Zach Ertz is the kind of guy that they can lean on for the full season. I do think Zach Ertz will be very annoying for Ben Sinnott, like dynasty managers at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a personnel thing. They want to get Sinnott on the field. They want to be able to get him in advantageous situations. But he can make plays downfield. I think he meshes well with Daniels, and I think that's why they took him there. I think we take Malachi Corley here.
Let's do it. I like Malachi. I like Michael Wilson too. I think he's underpriced, but Malachi Corley he's like another one of my guys. He's outside other than Ray Davis. He's my second most drafted player pre-draft because I just
so we have one more pick, and wide receiver wise we're at how many?
We're at 8. So I'm thinking we go running back last pick.
I'm good with running back last pick.
Or unless we want to go, I feel like our receiver core is pretty strong. I feel like we don't need to go 9.
We could. I think we actually lean into Philadelphia, and I think we go Will Shipley because the idea being that we're getting an 18th round cuff, but at the end of the day, let's say Saquon misses 3 games. I think Will Shipley would be the one you'd start. I think he'd be a huge fab guy, and we already have exposure to Philly. You also have potential that even if Saquon stays healthy, maybe Shipley has a couple of games here. I think Shipley's good. I think he's better than Kenneth Gainwell. I think he's athletic. I think he can catch the ball. Caught a ton of passes at Clemson.
Yeah, ton of passes at Clemson. He was like Will Shipley was like one of those guys, like kind of like, well, he had a really good freshman season. He's like, oh, this could be like one of like the round 1 like rookie draft type guys. Never really kind of turned into that. I think obviously the quarterback play declined because did he play 1 year with Lawrence, or did I make that up?
I think he was the year after Lawrence.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. But Shipley as a freshman, people were like going nuts for. He was like an early contributor at Clemson, and they've had a very strong run, obviously, of NFL talent. So Shipley's a guy who caught a lot of passes. He had nearly 3,000 rushing yards in his career in the ACC, and again, like an early contributions guy, early breakout guy at Clemson. So I'm into Shipley. I've taken him in a few 18th rounds on Underdog, trying to like play catch up at the running back spot, or looking for like a lottery ticket upside type guy. I mean, you could take a shot at one of the Vegas guys. I think they're both interesting in the 18th round. Deonta Foreman's pretty interesting in the 18th round if we're fading Nick Chubb. that's been a guy that I've drafted a few times as well. But end of the day, with our build, I think it's Shipley.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. And during the Las Vegas guys you mentioned, I like Lobby. I'll draft him a couple of times. I don't think I've drafted Madison once. I'm not there on Madison.
It's just it's sort of an anti Ken Zamir White do it for a year after we've only seen him on an NFL field kind of doing it for 4 games. He looked really good those 4 games, but it's been sort of a bad historical bet to make that bet kind of at his ADP. You think about like Madison last year. It's kind of a little bit like that. I do think they like White, but I've drafted Madison in the 18th round a few times just because.
Yeah. I'm in Minnesota. Like I remember
I'm more lobby than Madison. And I think lobby's better for the best ball but let's go Shipley because of this build.
Let's do it. Let's go a little Shipley. I like this team a lot, honestly. Running back room is awesome.
We ran pure.
There we go. So let's just break it down real fast. We got T-Law, Tua stacked up with ETN, Mostert, Tyreek, and then Ingram and Jonnu Smith. Receiver room is awesome. Let's do this real quick. We got Tyreek, Neighbors, McLaurin, Deontay, Mooney, QJ, Troy Franklin, Malachi Cole. A little rookie upside there in there too. I feel like Quentin Johnson kind of falls in that category because he just sucked so bad last year. I think we could still see better weeks from him. Evan Ingram, Jonnu Smith, and the Senator. And there we go. I have to name it right now or I will forget to do so. So if this one wins 1.5, we're splitting it. And then we'll figure out the taxes later. It's not I think we're in 2 bad tax states, so that's tough for us, but what can we do?
What are you going to do, right?
Hey, it's a good problem to have.
Right, it's a champagne problem.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Theo, for coming on. I'm going to stay on for people watching right now. I'm going to stay on to draft that college football thing because I really want to try it. And
thanks for having me, man. I'm down to come back. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button for my man Tyler.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow on Sonic. Everyone go sub to Pro Profile. That link is in the description too. Go sub to that. Go follow Theo on Twitter at the OG Fantasy. Right, I got that right.
That's right.
There we go. Go give him a follow.
And follow Tyler, PPR Tyler.
Yes, sir. It's on the screen. You can see it right here. I should have put one for Theo right below mine, but
that's right.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow, baby.
Thanks, Tyler. Have a good one.
All right. We got rid of him. Thank God. Just kidding. All right, guys. I want to do this thing. And I told one of my friends I would. He said he wanted to watch. So I'm going to text him right now. Where is his number? About to do it. To do the draft. All right, here we go. We're hopping in here. Theo does rock. I'm glad he came on. I'm excited to chop it up with him in the pod file tomorrow. Charles, this is the guy that I just texted. We're about to do this college football thing. He said he wanted to watch. He's watching. Pops back in the chat. All right. The college football thing. Okay, I'm going to take these off now. I don't have to wear these anymore over my ear. I feel like I was just yelling right there. I probably was. What can you do? Okay, let's break it down first, obviously, before we dive into it. So this is a super flex contest. It is not single quarterback. It is super flex. So it's 212, 210, 28, 94 seat final. Is it even week 17? It's like what, week 10 for this? Like if you're trying a week 17 stack, it's already 10% filled. So this obviously seems to be a pretty popular contest. 20 rounds, 30 seconds per pick. First place taking home $20K, obviously. So if you make the final, you are guaranteed at least, probably not a great number. Where's 94? You're guaranteed $200 if you make the final. So all the money is indeed in week 10. Again, I don't even know how many fucking weeks it is. Is it 10 weeks? How many weeks is college football? Is like week 0? How does it all work? I don't know how that works. Is it? Okay, let's just look at it. And then we got roster. So it's 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a super flex. I think I missed the QB. Oh, wait. Yeah, 1 QB, 1 super flex, 1 flex tight end. Okay, so it's basically just the regular super flex rules. And yeah, let's dive into it. So we're going to dive in 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We are in. Waiting on 4. I just want to hop in here. And this is just wild to look at. Okay, wait, how do I have these on here? What's going on here? Oh, because it says Tennessee. That's why. Arizona. So this is like saying like it's like Arizona Cardinals. That's actually hilarious. The draft tool. So now you guys know how this thing is used. That's hilarious. I love that. Okay. Let's see if I can turn it off. I think you can. Let me just see if I can turn it off. I'll just keep it on. Who cares? Oh, whoops. No. There we go. We'll keep it on. It doesn't really make a difference to me. But let's see here. So if we're just looking at it, like obviously I have my own like kind of like rankings in terms of like in my head, like who am I trying to get? Okay, the fact that a Wisconsin guy is on here makes me sick. Like, okay, I'm not drafting that guy. I'm not drafting that guy. Where's TreVeyon Henderson? Oh, he's right there. Where is the real question? Who goes higher, TreVeyon Henderson or Quinshon Judkins? Who goes higher? Quinshon is 37. Henderson is 36. So they really go back to back. I'm really excited for this, to be honest. I'm really Look at Tyler W. Heard Davis talking about Darius Taylor from Minnesota has no ADP and should be going early. I shouldn't have even pulled this comment up on the screen. If you're in the BBQ Boys group chat, I literally put in there, I said, take Ashton Genty at all costs and Darius Taylor. The fact that Darius Taylor's no ADP it's so wrong. It's so wrong. But again, I'm really pissed that you put that in there because now I'm not going to get him on stream, as late as I would have liked. Or like now you guys know about him. But someone said, "Where's Genty?" I don't. So Ashton Genty just must not be in here. Is it only Power 5? That's what I'm leaning towards. I think unless you guys do you guys see a school that isn't Power 5? What school is this? What's CLE? Is it Clemson? Probably CLEM. So Clemson. They have Bama. So I think it's just this feels like I think it's just Power 5. Syracuse. Yeah, I think it's just Power 5. I think that's the problem. That's why Genty's not on here is because it's just Power 5. Only Power 5 plus Notre Dame and a couple others. So there we go. We're still waiting on 3 people. So if you want to get in here and draft with us, come do so. It's funny that it's super flex, but the QBs are like not pushed up the board at all. Like literally not pushed up whatsoever. So I'm looking at the quarterbacks right here. I got a couple guys that I got my eye on. I'm looking for one guy in particular and I don't see him. I'm not going to say anything because I really want to get him. Okay, wait. I'm literally going to go. I'm going to search him up real quick. I'm going to go full screen so I can search him up. So I want to see where he goes. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're going to draft this guy. Imagine I just had it still pulled up on the chat. But yeah. Okay. Do you think Niners honor Ayuk's trade request? If so, would you send Josh Jacobs for Debo Dynasty Superflex format win now roster? Okay. Would you send Josh Jacobs for Debo? I like Debo because I think something that's not really talked about with Debo. I think Debo's like the handcuff running back for CMC. You know what I mean? Like, remember when it was like just Elijah Mitchell, like how much Debo got used? You know what I mean? Like, I think Debo's the handcuff. Like, that's the thing about Debo. Like, I think if CMC gets hurt, Debo has more upside than he already does. Like, I don't think people really like talk about that, but I think he does, right? So it's interesting where I think Debo is like he's kind of like a running back in a way, but like obviously, he's just one of the best players on the Niners. But so I kind of like it from that perspective. I think Debo doesn't have the shelf life on him isn't great. I think it's a fair trade. I think Jacobs could just score a ton of touchdowns. He's going to be the guy there. I think he's definitely going to be their goal line back. I don't think Lloyd's going to get that much run inside the 5, inside the 10. So I do like Jacobs. It's an interesting trade. I don't think to answer your question though, I don't think they honor Ayuk's trade request. I would be shocked still, even after the news today, if Ayuk isn't on the Niners to start the season. I think he will be on the Niners. So I would say hold on to Jacobs. It obviously depends on the rest of the roster, like who else you got a receiver and all that. But I think I would hold on to Jacobs for the time being. And even if that manager that has Debo isn't that sharp, like just take him after that anyway. Maybe you have to give up an extra third, but it's better than doing it early than doing it late. Okay. Who do we got in here? I mean, it's the Badge Brigade. Holy shit. Choco Taco, Who Hames. We got I think that's it. Just Choco Taco and Who Hames. Okay, let's go. I'm excited. Yeah, the Badge Brigade's definitely going to draft the shit out of this contest. They love this shit. Okay, here we go. I mean, I have a strategy. I'm going to implement it. I might, man, I really don't want to draft a ton of this contest. I kind of just do it for fun. But looking at like talking about like again that Darius Taylor thing, like I'm going to have to start, Okay, well, now that it's out, is he truly just has no ADP? 240. That's fucking criminal. Like, you guys don't understand how criminal that is. There's another player that I'm thinking of too. I'm not going to say his name because, like I said, I want to get him, but 240 is criminal for Darius Taylor. Like, he's gonna he might lead the Big Ten in rushing. Not he has a chance. I'd say obviously one of the either like Donovan Edwards from Michigan or maybe one of the Ohio State guys. Actually, probably not one of the Ohio State guys because they'll be used together, but we'll see. We will see. I need to start watching 2025 rookie film. Yeah, so do I, honestly. I've watched a little bit, but not as much as I'd like to. I'll just draft the coolest name. There you go. Can't do college or pick'ems in Ohio. I'll probably save me money. That's probably good, good for you, but now you don't get to draft with us. It's unfortunate when Troy doesn't get to draft with us, but that's okay. That's okay. Also, too, let's see. How many likes are we on the video? How many likes are we at on the video right now? We at 30? If we're at 30, that make my day. What are we at? 36. Oh, thank you guys so much for tapping that like button. Tap a like, drop a comment, drop a sub. Thank you. Okay. Ooh. Okay, interesting. I got my guys that I'm looking at for sure. Who the hell? I don't even know who this is, to be honest. DJ Giddens. Okay, the fact that Luther Burden just fell to 7 should be considered a war act. This is the best receiver in the class, and I just got him at 7. Jesus Christ. Like this is like one of those things where like you want to do this contest right now while the ADP is like this because the ADP is going to correct itself over time. It's probably not going to be as good anyway though because people don't really know like college. Like there's like I'm looking at people where I have no clue who this guy is right here. I have no clue who that is. I have no clue who Phil Maffa is. If I'm being I'm being honest with you guys. I'm not so locked in on college football, but yeah, I like, but I like obviously I know like a lot of these other guys. So it's just like again, what is MFL? What college is that? Am I stupid? MFL? I actually don't know what college that is. I have to look it up. Xavier Restrepo. Oh, Miami, Florida. That's kind of a weird way to do it. Yeah. Miami. Okay, thank you, Charles. This stream literally might just be me asking you who a fucking guy plays for, and you have to tell me in the chat. So I was just looking for like MIA, but that makes sense because they. I mean, why would they do MFL though? This is only a Power 5 thing. It's not like they can. Miami, Ohio is gonna be eligible to be drafted on here, but we'll see. Okay, Milroe's a great pick. I was looking at him. There's a one guy I'm looking at particular though, and I don't even know where he is. Shador going this low is kind of interesting. Like Shador's like he's a good quarterback. I don't know why he's going that low. Okay, guys, I'm looking at. I do like Trey Harris from Mississippi. Jackson Dart, Trey Harris thing would be kind of fun. Jordan James is pretty good. I like him. Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. I know who that is. I will not draft any receiver from Wisconsin. I didn't even know they had a receiver that was actually like rated this high. I think that's insane. Donovan Edwards is a good click here too. I don't know who this K-State guy is. Avery Johnson. I don't know who that is. Charles says he likes Ott. Who's Jaden Ott? Ooh, I've heard of that guy. I was looking at Donovan Edwards too. I feel like I need a quarterback. I feel like I kind of need a quarterback here. Jordan James goes. I kind of just want to go like Buka, but I kind of want to go KJ Jefferson though from UCF. Like that's just like a really good. And there's a receiver that I really like on UCF as well. Ooh, I think we go. I kind of get a quarterback here. There's some quarterbacks later that I think I like too, though. Let's go KJ. Let's go KJ. Let's go KJ. He's a runner. I think he tore his ACL though, right? Last year, KJ Jefferson. He was at Arkansas forever. He was at Arkansas like when he was the quarterback for what's his face? Traylon Burks at Arkansas. Yeah, I think he was an ACL for him, unfortunately. Yeah. That's tough. All right. Big Draft Energy, how we doing, baby? Finally get to catch you live. Yes, we are live, and we are in the college streets. I don't normally do this. Obviously, they just dropped it today, but I think I'll do a little bit more of it. I think there's some vastly mispriced guys that I 100% plan on taking advantage of. So take Taj Brooks over Ott. Okay. I've heard of Taj Brooks. I've heard of that guy. You kind of need ACLs. Yeah, but no, you don't. Okay. See, like I don't know like a lot of these guys. I trust Charles's opinion. He knows college football, so I will trust his opinion on that. I'm just looking at guys I know. I like Jaden Higgins. I know who that is. I know Jaden Higgins. He's pretty good. Henderson and Judkins. I want one of those guys. For fantasy, though, they might not be that good because, they're pulling each other down, which could be interesting. Damian Martinez, I really like. He's a really good player. Transfer from Oregon State to Miami. I really like him. Isaiah Bond at Texas, spike week guy. So much speed. A lot of guys I like right here. A lot of guys I like. That 6'5" receiver who's in the Olympic. Oh, you're talking about the I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the let me pull his name. I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about. What's this guy's name? 2024. I forget his name, but I know who you're talking about. It's the guy who's like the size speed guy, the South Carolina guy. Is that who you're talking about? I feel like that's who you're talking about. Is this guy Nick Harbor? I think it's this guy. This guy right here. I think this is the guy. I could be wrong though. I think that's him though. I do like Judkins. Need to get Laub, and yeah, right. Yeah, John Laub. I almost called him Laub. John Laub. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Nick Harbor. Yep, that's the guy. That's the guy. Yep. Okay, we're on the clock here. Did Shadeur go? I was gonna draft Shadeur. He did. Oh no, he's there. I'm gonna just draft Shadeur, bro. Like, he should have a pretty good season. Am I tripping? The real question is, can you draft Travis Hunter? You can draft Travis Hunter. Okay, that's good to know. I like that. I'm gonna go. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna go Shadeur. Oh, I don't know. Oh, man. Okay, we'll go Jaden Higgins. I like him. I like Jaden Higgins. He's a good player. Iowa State, a couple receivers on the state. Okay, we gotta remember this is super flexible, but there's a lot. There's some big quarterback names that I think I can get later that I think are just gonna be really good this year. So I'm gonna wait on it a little bit. I'm gonna wait on it a tad. I know Jackson Arnold. I was talking about him earlier today. Shadeur though, I don't know why. Why does Shadeur go so late? He goes there. He does go there. Where did Trevor Henderson go? He's gonna be a monster. Travion, like, are you talking about the Ohio State guy? He's still at Ohio State. That's what you're talking about. He's still at Ohio State. So, all right. Deion Burks will be wide receiver 1 for Oklahoma. Okay, let me get that name in the queue. We get that name in the queue. All right. The fact that you said to draft some. Okay, I guess is this a running back though? I think that is a running back. I don't know why I thought immediately it was gonna be a receiver. Wait, Deacon Hill. Deacon Hill. I don't know if he's on here. I don't think that player's on here. I mean, where he's drafted in your draft. Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you. Okay, I got you. The only problem that was that Judkins is at Ohio State now. Yeah, see, Judkins was at Ole Miss. Now he's at Ohio State. He's one of the best guys in the league. So he's a 300-pound quarterback. I did not know that. I don't want to draft any quarterback from Iowa. Hell no. Okay, this guy's really good. I really like Elick. I think it's Io Manor. I think it's Io Manor. He's good from Stanford. I've watched his film. He's really good. I really like Devin Neal too. I like this guy's team. I like the Milroe pick. Obviously, he's gonna be a big rusher, which is huge. There are some guys that I do really like here. Obviously, we want to do stack. I wonder how big stacking is in this contest because how many teams are we drafting between? Like, there's a ton of teams that we're drafting between. So I wonder how big stacking is in this compared to the NFL. I dare you to watch Deacon Hill highlights and not laugh. Now I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to do that now. Baxter, I know CJ Baxter. Yeah, that's CJ Baxter's lit. I watched his highlights too. I saw Cody Carpentier tweeting about him. He's awesome. Okay. One pick away. Quinshawn and Deion Burks are kind of the guys I'm looking at. Kind of the guys that I'm looking at here. RJ Harvey, I never heard of him, but he does match up with my KJ Jefferson for UCF. But there's a couple of UCF guys that I think I can get later. A couple of those guys I think I can get a little later too. LeJontay Wester, that's a nice name. No, Charles, I'm gonna follow your lead. I'm gonna go Deion Burks. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I actually need a running back. I'm gonna go Judkins. Sorry, I was gonna follow your lead, but I do need a running back. I want to go Judkins. I can't draft Genty because he's not Power 5. These are only Power 5 schools, I think, and Notre Dame is what we kind of came to the conclusion of. So I cannot draft Genty. Otherwise, I would take him 101 every single time. Ashton Genty's the fucking truth. He's the fucking truth. All right. Looking pretty good. Two stud receivers, in my opinion. Quinshawn at running back, KJ as our quarterback. Again, this is super flex. And it's funny that quarterbacks aren't really getting Cam Moore was a guy I should have looked into as well. Would have matched up with some of the Miami guys I want to draft later. There's a couple of guys that I really want to draft. Just kind of looking at it here. Ooh, little Trevor Etienne too. That's fun. Nick Singleton from Penn State's a fucking dog. I love him. Any running back from Tennessee is good because they play in that Mickey Mouse ass offense. Will Howard from Ohio State. I was looking for him. I don't know why he's going this low. I feel like he's a pretty good quarterback. Carson Beck is going this low. Obviously, Quinn Ewers. Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks that, like, you can probably feel pretty good about. Like, I feel like pushing quarterback actually in this Grayson McCall's still playing. DJ Ukulele, you know. Where was Grayson McCall? Where is he? He's at NC State now. I can't believe he's still playing. He was playing for Coastal Carolina for forever. Grayson McCall, when he was at Coastal Carolina, when they were ranked, he beat, like, this is how long he's been in the league. He beat Zach Wilson at BYU. Like, it was like a regular season game, big game for BYU, and Coastal Carolina beat them. So I thought that was interesting. So, are you drafting 100% Genty when he hits the BBMC? I'm drafting 100% Genty when he hits the big board next year. I will have more Ashton Genty than anybody else on that fucking platform, and he's going to be mispriced for the first week. People aren't going to be in on Genty. They're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to draft these Power 5 guys. I'm going to draft Ollie Gordon. I'm going to draft Judkins. I'm going to draft Trevion Henderson. Whatever. Ashton Genty's the guy you need to draft when that comes out. I will have more Genty than any man alive. Genty's the fucking truth. I cannot say more good things about Ashton Genty. He's the fucking truth. I love Ashton Genty. All right, we are 5 picks away here. Oh, I was thinking about Travis Hunter. Not gonna lie. Jeremiah Hunter, Washington. Who's the quarterback for Washington? No, I actually have no clue. Charles, who's the quarterback for Washington? Who is the quarterback for Washington? All right. Ooh, I forget he's at Notre Dame now. Riley Leonard's good. He's at Duke last year. Good player. Charles has no idea. He must be a nobody then. Charles doesn't know, then he must be a nobody. Okay. Charles, I think I'm going to draft your guy if he doesn't go here to Huhames. I'm going to draft the guy you told me to draft, Deion Burks. We'll see. I might just jinx myself. I don't know any of the tight ends, too. Charles, find me some sleeper tight ends. Oh, you know what we should look up? Let's go Deion Burks here. Let's freaking go. We went to high school with this guy. This is the guy I went to high school with. So that's funny. Nick Caller, I'm still kicking. Let's freaking go. I wanted Isaiah Bond. That's a good click. Good click, Jamie. Whoever you are. That is hilarious, though. Here we go. Loveland. Oh, Loveland the only guy I know is Loveland. I don't know Bell. If you're thinking of Jakeem, if it's a different Bell, because Jakeem Bell just got drafted from Florida State. So I don't know if that's the guy you're thinking of, but yeah. A-Roll wants to see the board. Here's the board. Interesting. Like, this is super flex, but I think it's like there's so like you can't really get caught behind at quarterback because there's always quarterbacks to draft. You know what I mean? It's like you can probably still get a starter in round 14. You know what I mean? Georgia Bell. Okay. Some of these guys I don't even know, though. Like, I don't even know, like, half these quarterbacks. I would say let's just go down the list. Yes. No. Yes. 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 No. No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Like, I buy into like 60% of these quarterbacks. Again, I'm not a huge college guy. I know some of the guys, but I don't know. I'm not like a college football fanatic, but I do enjoy college football. That's kind of how I would put it. All right. Team's looking good though so far. We got dogs on this team. We got a ton of dogs. Dude, I want to draft Nick Callerup so bad. I mean, it would be a terrible pick, but oh, Loveland goes. Loveland goes. Who are the tight ends on here? And Iowa tight end, that always seems like a good pick. That always seems like a good pick. All right, I don't even know any of these other guys' names. Like literally, no. Yeah, no love for Carson Beck. Carson Beck is like all the way down there. Will Howard goes. Okay, I'm definitely going Kobe Hudson. That's why I didn't star him because I didn't want anyone to take him. Stacked up with KJ Jefferson. Kobe Hudson's the truth. Javon Baker's gone from UCF now, so Kobe Hudson. That's the move. And again, we're only starting 2 receivers each week. We are only starting 2 receivers each week, so I'm gonna try and probably chill on receiver here for a minute. But all right. Like the way this team has gone. Like the way a lot of Colorado receivers coming off the board. It's like that's like the 3rd Colorado receiver off the board. I think it's actually the second receiver off the board, but still, like, I guess Travis Hunter's on there too. But Travis Hunter, I wonder how, like, what is Travis Hunter like? If he plays a whole season, like, what do his final stats look like? Is he go over 1,000 yards? I don't know. I like the way this team is so far, though. Love this team. This is a fun team. The Devy guys, I'm sure are loving this right now, right? Like the guys who play college fantasy football. The Devy guys are they're in the trenches right now. Devy's. I don't know. Do any of you guys play Devy? Because like the concept of drafting like a fucking high schooler is insane to me. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, because like for those of you who don't know, Devy is pretty much you draft like it's called you have like your college team like receivers too, and then you obviously go to like the NFL kind of thing. It's just like wild. Like it's like the full progression of like a high school player. It's just crazy. Like Jeremiah Smith is probably like the number 1 pick in like a Devy like, you know, high school draft or whatever the hell they do there. I don't even know. That's crazy though. That is crazy. I'm gonna have to look up info on the players I'm drafting. Yeah, right. Literally. All right. Okay, who are we looking at next is the real question. Like in terms of guys I know, like obviously I know ETN. I don't know who this is, but he plays for Tennessee. I know Singleton. Singleton's awesome. Singleton's really good. Jaden Blue is the guy I'm thinking of, not Baxter. Blue, this guy is electric. This guy is actually electric. Jaden Blue is unreal. Jaden Blue's really good. All right. ETN goes to Big Joan. They're going to start drafting some running backs here, to be honest. I don't know who that is. I know Devin Neal's really good. Oh, this guy drafted Darius Taylor? Oh my God. Are you kidding me, man? Like, look at that. Like, that just looks crazy. Like that's a ball knower. That's a 100% ball knower. That's a great pick. I already know who I'm drafting. Who Hames, you better not take my player. I swear to Christ. Beautiful. I mean, I cannot leave without Daniel Jackson. Daniel Jackson has to be on the team. I literally can't even draft another receiver, but I'm going to because I need Daniel Jackson on the team. This is more of like vibes. I wouldn't even say I'm trying to win this contest. Yeah, obviously I'm trying to win, but like, don't listen to my strategy here. I have way too many receivers. But you know what I mean? I like it. Quinn Ewers goes. Any of these other guys I know, I don't know who Justice Haynes is. Their running back just got drafted, Jace McClellan to the Falcons. So there's that. I don't even know who this is, but he's a tight end that's rated high. Wait, let me get out of here. Okay. Like, I literally don't know any of these other players. Like, truly, I don't. I don't know any of these other players. All right, 6 picks away. Who's this? TJ Harden? James Harden. Okay. See, another Colorado receiver goes. Why is Shador go so late when Yeah. Chez isn't a bad pick at already. Okay, who's Chez? Who the hell is that? This guy? Okay. Wisconsin guy. I like Big Ten. Big Ten running backs feels like a cheat code. You know what I mean? Big Ten running backs feel like a cheat code. I'd be paying the rake in this. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I like want to draft one again. Like, I want to draft another one. You know what I mean? Like, I want to draft another one of these. This is like fun. I think it's the Superflex part of it too, and it's just like new. Like, I've been drafting NFL shit forever. Like, I've been doing it for like by what I think I've done over 130 streams, something like that, something close to that number. Like, I just want an entirely new player pool with a community who has no idea what the fuck they're doing is really fun. You know what I mean? And I'm one of those guys who has no idea what the fuck they're doing. I literally said I need to draft a running back. I should probably go quarterback here too. I cannot leave this draft without Jeremiah Smith. I don't want to leave a draft without Jeremiah Smith. I don't. Like, I should not take him here, but I want to have Jeremiah Smith. Like, I just do. I have some OSU on here too. Like, I'll figure out running back later. I'm sure I can figure it out. I want Jeremiah Smith on this team. I'm drafting for guys I like. Jaden Blue's a great pick. Who Hames? That's a good pick. Squirrel White? Who the hell is Squirrel White? What the hell? What the hell? I'm really pissed that person took Darius Taylor. I'm actually mad. I'm really mad about that. All right. Dude, my receiver core is fucking disgusting. My receiver core is unbelievable. I shouldn't have taken Burks and Higgins. I should have taken running back and quarterback there and then just followed up with Hudson, Jackson, and Smith. It's like, that was my mistake. So, I know that for next time. I'm going to look up like college football rankings RB. Ranking the top college. Okay, here we go. Who do we got? The fact that Genty's not even the top 3 on this list is fucking disgusting. He's number 6. Yeah, these guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Let me go someone that actually knows what they're talking about. Let's go to Athlon Sports. What do you got for me? Ashton Genty better be 1. Oh, he's not. He's 5 on this list too. Oh my God, he's 6. Oh my God, these people don't know what they're talking about. They don't know. They don't know what they're talking about. All right. Why is no one drafting Rasheen Ali from the Ravens? He's legit. And Keaton Mitchell out. He's clear RB2 in Baltimore. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's around 18 guy, right? You can get him pretty easily. I'm in on him. I'll draft a little bit of him. Man, I just don't know any of these players, really. Creating an X soon. Tired of missing all the good stuff. Yeah, get on X. A-Rod. Get on X. You can get in our group chat. You can get in our group chat for for fantasy football, the BBQ Boys group chat. Again, if anyone is watching right now, I'm sure most of us are too. We have 15 people watching still, so I appreciate you fighting the good fight, watching us draft this contest. But yeah, if you want to get in our BBQ Boys group chat, we just talk best ball, all that kind of stuff. Just DM me on Twitter. Really easy to get in. So again, there you go. There's a running back that I very, very desperately want, and I'm praying to Jesus Christ that nobody drafts him. I didn't know he was going this low. All these running backs off the board are really scaring me. Who, Hames? If you screw me right here, I'm going to be pissed because it's actually a running back that I know and then one that I really like. He's going to be really good this year. So if you draft this running back, Who, Hames, I'm going to be very mad at you. Thank you so much. Raheem Rocket Sanders is South Carolina. He transferred from Arkansas. He is the GOAT. He's going to be like a day 2 pick next year. Lock it in. He was hurt last year, but before that, he was really, really good. He just played hurt all last year. Rocket Sanders is the truth. He's the truth. Okay. Let's look at guys I know. Okay, I don't even know who this is, but he does stack with my SC. Who was the guy we were just talking about too? Yeah, okay, Harbor. Let's cue him up. Is he a freshman this year? No, he's not. He played last year. He did play last year. He barely played last year though. Where's he going? 147. Okay, so that means he's draftable. Did the USC guy get taken yet? Yeah, okay, Miller Moss. Yeah, he did get taken. I was gonna say. I know I want anybody that's in a fucking Klubnik is just like a name that I know. I want anybody that's in a how you say it, in a Lincoln Riley offense. I don't know why it took me so long. Okay, Cameron Rising, he's been in college football for literally forever. Literally forever. I'm going to do something real quick, though. Let me look at this. I'm going to look at something real quick. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. Can I not just freaking... Okay. Give me a second here. How can I not sort by position on this fucking thing? I'm trying to find QB. Full disclosure, I'm trying to find QB rushing yards, and I cannot find it anywhere. Individual statistic. Yeah, I'm trying to find just like quarterback rushing yards, and I can't I cannot find it. If I go here, will it show me? Here we go. I found it. Okay. Okay. Who are these guys? I'm gonna find them. Okay. All right, we're about to end the clock here though in a minute. Who do we like? I said, I don't even know who I like here, to be honest. I literally have no clue who I like here. Ooh, Zachariah Branch is electric. I know who that is. I literally cannot draft another receiver though. Jordan Waters is a name that is familiar, but I don't know who that is. I'm gonna go with Charles's pick. I'm gonna go Ches here. We'll go Ches. All right, let me figure out this quarterback thing though. All right, like which of these guys have been taken? Okay. Is that the starter though? I don't think it's the starter. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to find like, some rushing yard upside here. Thorne. Okay. I don't know if that person even is that. I don't even know if these guys start. You know what I mean? That's the problem here. I went deep for Moss. Yeah. Armstrong was at West Virginia last couple of years. Okay. I'm just trying to find like some. Charles, I really need your help here. I need some quarterback guys that are like going to start this year. Give me some quarterback guys you like that are going to start. They're going to start. I don't even care who they are. You know what I mean? Just guys you feel pretty good about. Drew Aller, he get taken? He's still there. I mean, isn't Drew Aller's like, he's fine. Like, don't people like kind of like Drew Aller? What's up with him? He's not, people aren't in on him? People are not in on him? What's up with that? That's right. He's there. Okay, let's see. NESS. And what do you say? NESSM. I don't even know if he's in the. Is he Power 5? Is he Power 5? Okay. Zachariah Branch is a name that I know. He's pretty good. He was a rookie last year. Nuss. Okay. Nuss. Oh, yeah, he's gone. LSU. He's gone. Yeah, this is where it gets really like I just have no idea who to take now. I don't know any of these names that I'm scrolling through. I have no idea of any of those names. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, coming up on our next pick here. Let's see. I know Aller. Aller's pretty good. I do know that name, so that's good. I know that name. Who's that? I don't even know who this is. Fifta? No, he's gone. Arizona. Okay. PPR teller can always sort projected. Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's a great. It's kind of just ADP though, isn't it? That is true. I never clicked that button, to be honest. That's why I did not know about that. Malik Benson is good. Okay, Kazi. Thank you. Thank you for that. That might be a pick here. I think I'm gonna go Lenore Sellers. I know nothing about this player. but I know I have some South Carolina. So I know I'm going to stack. You know what I mean? I feel like if you have no idea what's going on, you might as well stack. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. So yeah, I know Cam Ryan. I was thinking about Utah too. I was thinking about that. I see him. So we got some quarterback options here late. We have some quarterback options. So I'm fine with kind of what we got going on. I need some running backs now, though. I think running back is where, and tight ends. What were those tight ends Charles told me to draft? Where were those tight ends? Okay, Taylor. Who is Taylor? Mason Taylor or Cole Taylor, Charles? Which one of these guys? And then who was the other guy? Georgia Bell. Georgia. Let's just go Bell. Georgia Bell. Oh, that guy's not on here. That guy's not on here. Okay. Okay. Mason. Mason. Which Mason? Eli Mason? Maryland? Or you're talking about tight end. Mason Taylor. Gotcha. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Dylan Bell. I don't know. Oh, from Georgia. Oh. He's not even on here. Oh, he's a receiver. He's a receiver. Okay. Okay. At least he's listed at receiver. This guy's been falling. At what point do I just take this Quail Conley guy? What's up with this guy? Let's look him up. He's falling. Is he falling for a reason? Someone said, show us the tight ends on the left side of the board. What do you mean? Oh, these guys like this? Oh, okay. I see. Oh, left on the board. I got you. All right. Who's Quail Conley? Let's see what's going on here. San Jose Spartans. Wait, he must be playing somewhere else now, right? Right? Okay. Yeah, he is. Oh, no, it's a different Quail Conley. Oh, I see here. Can I see stats? Here we go. Yes. Give me the stats. Oh, this guy a freshman? I think this guy's a freshman. No, he's a senior. Why does he have no stats? Oh, he's at San Jose State. Okay, I got it. Okay. Transfer. I kind of like that. Oh, he goes. I just looked up all that information on him. God damn it. Okay. I mean, let's see here. Jordan Waters. Is this guy any good? You guys know if Jordan Waters is any good? I kind of want to go just Mason Taylor. You know what I mean? Just take the tight end. We need a tight end. I'm gonna go Mason Taylor here. Mason Taylor. There we go. Tyler Warren. Let's look this guy up because I feel like Penn State tight ends are always good. You know what I mean? Let's see. Penn State. What was it? What's this guy about? What did he have last year? 422 yards and 7 tuds. It's pretty good. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, this is best ball for college. Yes, it is. We're doing a little best ball college drafts. Yes, sir. Penn State, yeah, puts out exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Okay, from Ole Miss. I gotta spell that. Prie. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Damn it. Looks like he might have had a brother though. Yeah, this is definitely a brother, right? There's no way this can't be someone else. Okay. Is this Oregon? What's ORS? Oregon State? I don't know what. It's got to be Oregon State. A UGA tight end. This could be interesting. Oscar Delp. What have you done in the past for me? What did you do last year? You got on the field. Brock Bowers is gone, so I like that. I do like that. Nesbitt is a great tight end. Okay, it's Nesbitt's. Okay, Bryson. Okay, this is good. We've had 2 people say Nesbitt. We had Nesbitt from A-Rob. We have Nesbitt from Chef. So this is good. Delp is on my target list. Okay, well, we have a couple different options here. Let's see. What do we got? God, this is just a blast. This is a blast. All right. Okay. I'm just like looking up guys that I like see on the player pool. I'm like, okay, what's going on with them, you know? Go Delp. All right, we're going to go Nesbitt. We have 2 people say Nesbitt, so we're going to go Nesbitt here. Again, we are going to trust the chat. We are going to trust the chat. I can't believe Daniel Jackson's ranked that high. That's awesome. Good for Daniel Jackson. Good for Daniel Jackson. That's good. Great player. Great player. Jam Miller. That's a fun name. What's going on with Jam Miller? Let's look up Jam Miller. Jam Miller, Alabama. Did Jam Miller play last year? Or is Jam Miller a freshman? Jam Miller has been in the league for 2 years. 200 yards both years. Okay. So Jam Miller doesn't seem that great. What about I know this guy plays behind Singleton, so he's definitely not the starter. It's definitely not the starter there. Okay. Hayden, isn't this guy good from Colorado? I think I know that name. Who was the Colorado running back last year? All right. He plays for Ohio State. It says Colorado. Dallin Hayden. What's going on here? What is going on here? I was sad Nesbitt went back to college. Really wanted as my sleeper this year in NFL. Okay, well, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. I feel better about that now. Okay. Wheels up. Wheels up. All right, guys, give me some running back names you like here. I need some running back help here now. I need some running back help. Any of these guys that we know / like? Any of these guys do we know / like? Please put it in the chat. I need serious help. I need help in a lot of areas, but this is one where I really need help. I need serious help. So please help me out. Any of those running back names you like, drop it in the chat. Okay. Okay. Who's the quarterback now that Drake May is gone? Did that guy get drafted? And see. Is it this guy? Is the starter? Because that could be interesting. I feel like UNC's always had like decent, pretty decent quarterbacks. Singleton and Allen split 50-50. Oh. Okay, well, I like that. That's good enough for me. Katron Allen, how do you say his name? How are you liking college best ball? It was really fun when we were in the, we were up here, I know Egbuka, I know most of these names. We are now in the range where I don't know any of these fucking players. As soon as round 9 hit, I was not feeling good at all. God damn it. Somebody took him. Somebody took this guy that you guys said was good. I think I'm going to go Nick Harbor. This is that freak guy we were just talking about. And he stacks up with our Lenora Sellers. I have no idea who that is. But he does stack up. So we're going to go Nick Harbor here because he stacks. We're still trying to stack. We are still trying to stack. A-Rod saying Velling is another good tight end. Well, at least I'm glad we already have 2 at least. He's already been taken, unfortunately. So that's not great. Again, I need your running back help. So, and I think you meant the running back too. We just talked about that. Darius Taylor is the running back. He's no ADP. Yeah, Darius Taylor. I'm from Minnesota. I'm a huge Minnesota's my team. So I was hoping to get him, and he went round 4 or something like that. Where did he go on here? Where did he go? He should be a top pick. He's a dog. He's an absolute dog. Still just taking dudes, picking my college horses. I pick my race horses. There we go. I mean, what else can you do, right? What else can you really do? I think we're done at receiver. Honestly, our receiver core is pretty fucking stacked. I had to get Jeremiah Smith. Charles, drop some Big Ten running backs in here that haven't been picked yet. That pretty much still play. Are still starting. You know what I mean? That would help me out a lot. Show us the RBs on the board. Here we go. This is what we got. This is what we got. I literally don't know a single one of these players. Not a single one. So if you guys like any of these players, let me know, and I'll draft them. Okay. Owens is a starter. Who's okay? I don't know who that is. Owens, A&M. I like that. This Daniel Jackson guy is projected 30 points over everyone else and has been for 2 rounds. What are you talking about? The guy that I already have? This guy? Daniel Jackson? That's my dude. Williams, Iowa. Okay. Josh Williams, Iowa. Oh, LaShawn Williams? Okay. This is good. This is good information. This is great information. Oh, the Owens guy went. God damn it. The Owens guy went. Okay, this guy is like no ADP, so we'll probably wait on this guy. We'll wait on that guy. I don't know any of the other people here. I feel like during March Madness there was buzz about banning college DFS, so I'm surprised Underdog launching this. Yeah, I mean college football coming out, like I feel like that's kind of a big thing. What's going on, Hoosier? We're doing some college best ball right now. Yeah, he's gone. He was like a first-round pick. Jordan James was. Okay. I mean, I kind of just want to go quarterback here. I kind of just want to go Aller, to be honest. Let's go Drew Aller. Like, I know he's like a guy. Like, I know who that is, and I know he's pretty decent. I don't think we have any Penn State, but I still want to. I think I still want to take that shot. We do. We actually no. We gotta go. We have to go RB here. Like, I don't even know who any of these guys are. I'm gonna wait on this guy. Do I just take this Louisville? We like Louisville. I don't know. Duke. Let's just take the top guy. I'm just gonna take the top guy. I have no Hoosiers. I just need I only have 3. Like I definitely need more running back. So I'm just gonna take the guy that has the most ADP, highest projected, whatever. That's what we're gonna have to do. Okay, let me look up this now. All right. Rushing yards. Let's look up last year's rushing yard leaders. Let's see what we got. Any of these names that I might be able to sneak in on this team somewhere. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll sneak one of these names on a team somewhere. Oh my God. Imagine having Ray Davis last year. GG's. Maffa's gone. Guy named Tyler Van Dyke. He must be a time traveler from Nick at Night. That's funny. Okay, BC. Kyle, this guy. What's this guy's name? What's up with this guy? Kyle Robichow. Oh my God. All right. This guy wasn't bad last year. I feel like Jalen Knighton's a name I've heard. I don't know who that is, though. But it's a name I've heard. Okay, had a pretty good year last year. Oh, I took Cade Klubnik. I just realized that. I did not take a running back. I thought I took a running back. Because I had the Q. Yeah, that was stupid. I literally thought I took a running back. All right, what can you do? All right. All right. Who are we looking at here? Drew Aller goes. That's fine. We got Cade. We got Clemson, guys. I feel like Clemson's gonna be bad this year. I don't know if Clemson's gonna be that good. Hey, IU guy. Hey, Hoosier. What do we know about this guy? What do we know about Justice Ellison? What do we know about him? Star Thomas is a sick name. What do we know about him? Okay. I looked up this guy. He looked like he had pretty good stats. So, Boston College feels like a run it down your throat ball club. So we're gonna go with this guy. We're gonna go with that running back. Reggie Love. Okay, I see. I like the name suggestions. I like the name suggestions. I thank you. Thank you. It's very much appreciated. Let's look up Justice Ellison just because he's on Indiana. Let's do it. What's going on with Justice Ellison? He's a LinkedIn. Here we go. Oh, he plays for Wake Forest. Oh no, he used to play for Wake Forest. He's had some pretty good years. Older guy. 700 yards in 2022. Not a terrible guy. I mean, we'll keep him on the queue. The real question is, you know what? I want to see something real quick. Here we go. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Charles, how are you feeling about this guy? How do you feel about this guy? Backup. He's the transfer from Ohio. I remember when we signed him. Supposed to be pretty good, I think. Supposed to be pretty good. For the Gophers, at least. And Major Marcus. Who's Major Marcus? Okay. Transfer from Oklahoma. Okay. He's got a good name. Good handcuff. Okay, there we go. I like that then. That makes me feel better about myself. All right, who are we looking at next is the real question. We still only have 4 RBs. We need more. New coaches here. Program has flashes of looking better. Well, that's good. Sounds like an adult film star. Okay. We're getting into the area of, I just don't know any, like literally none of these players. We have 4 picks left. I think we have to get, I think it's 2 more running backs. It might be 3 more running backs. There's a quarterback I want to get. Okay, let's go with this Jalen Knighton guy. He literally had pretty good stats. We still need 2 more running backs anyway, so we'll probably get one of these guys that we have queued up. This is an awesome time. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. 14 of us holding strong. I see Tawi Walker. We already have a Wisconsin guy, but that's okay. Sawi. Is this Morris Claiborne's kid? Possibly. You know what? Let's look up like something like this. You know what I mean? Like, let's go 2024 highest rated RB recruits. Like, let's try and take a swing, on like a guy, you know what I mean here? Like the top 247 sports. Let's see who we got for running back. This guy, like Taylor Tatum is the highest guy that I'm looking at right here. How's this guy on a 5-star? No 5 stars? Oh wait, let me go to. I don't want to go to 27 sports. Let's go to. Can I go to ESPN maybe? God, taking forever to load. Take a swing on a high upside guy, like an 18-year-old coming in, just lighting the world on fire. That'd be kind of fun. I think we can find some upside that way. Here we go. Taylor Tatum. None of the RBs are 5-star recruits, which doesn't make me feel that great. So like Taylor Tatum, Oklahoma. Has Taylor Tatum been drafted yet? Taylor Tatum. No, has not. See, like that's what I'm saying. Like take a shot on one of these guys who has done nothing yet, but they're young. Maybe somewhere they could get some run. Like Nathaniel Frazier at Georgia. They run the ball a lot. You know what I mean? They don't mess around down there. I guess I can't even draft this guy. What the hell? Alabama. I feel like they're not gonna. Where's a place a guy could go and play right away as a freshman? That's the real question. Like Florida State. This guy named Cameron Davis. What's Cameron Davis talking about? Whoops. Davis. Cameron. That's not the right Cameron Davis. All right, maybe. Oh yeah, this guy, Cam Davis. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? I'm gonna draft this Reggie Love guy though. Actually, no, I'm gonna go LaShawn Williams. Iowa runs the ball a lot because they can't do anything else. Okay. Running back room feels better now. Running back room feels slightly better. We're stacking too. We don't have a Klubnik stack, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. We've stacked everyone else, which I'm happy about. So we have 2 picks left. I already know. I'm just gonna roll with these 2 tight ends. Like honestly, I have no clue. Like drafting a 3rd tight end this late, like I just don't know if that helps us. I truly don't know if that that really sets our team apart. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. So we're gonna roll with 1 more running back and 1 more quarterback. I already know who I'm drafting. A running back, no, I don't. I think I'm leaning Reggie Love, and then maybe I think I go like Taylor Tatum. You know what I mean? Who does Oklahoma have at running back? Oklahoma RB. Let's go Oklahoma depth chart. All right. What do we got? Oh, Taylor's at 4th on the depth chart. I don't love that. Okay, let's go Florida State depth chart. Florida State depth chart. Again, these depth charts probably don't know anything. These depth charts are probably not very yeah. Cam Davis is last on here. So maybe we do go Taylor Tatum. Maybe that's who we go. Maybe that's the pick. Tommy with Jez would be a bad pick. Okay, that's good. Rourke, 93 passing grade. Who's this guy? Rourke. Oh, he's gone. He's gone, Hoosier. He's already gone. Somebody already took him. All right. We got a lot of options at running back, honestly. Star Thomas. This guy sounds fun. What's up with Star Thomas? Let's look him up. Star Thomas. Here we go. Okay. We're on the clock. I have to do it. We got to go Max Brosmer from Minnesota. That's always who I was going to draft. We have a stack too. That stacks up perfectly. I have to go Max Brosmer from Minnesota. Max Brosmer, for those who don't know, and now this is like, obviously I'm a fan, but there's some stuff here where like if you are actually going to do this contest, for those of you who are not familiar with Max Brosmer, he's from Rhode Island. He played with Dylan Laube actually at New Hampshire. I said Rhode Island. I meant New Hampshire. He's from New Hampshire. Played with Dylan Laube at New Hampshire. And he led the FCS in passing yards last year. So he can run a little bit too. Obviously, he's playing in the Big Ten now. He's got some weapons. Got him paired up with Daniel Jackson, so that feels good. But yeah, so to the moon, baby. To the moon. I love that you can literally draft Nick Caller up here. Again, we went to high school with this guy, so that's funny. He's like a 12 tight end though. He doesn't really catch passes. Oh, he's the transfer. He's incredibly accurate. Yeah, he's a transfer. Okay. We're gonna go 1 more RB here. I feel like we need at least 7 on this team. You know what I mean? We gotta draft somebody. I think I'm leaning one of these 4 guys. I feel like what's up with Reggie Love? Let me look up his stats. Reggie Love. All right, keep typing in RB. Illinois running back. He was okay last year. He wasn't that great. Is he on Purdue this year? Oh, he's on Purdue this year. Okay. I got it. Okay. We are 5 picks away. We got 1 more pick. I kind of just want to get the handcuff from Minnesota, to be honest, because those guys have really good weeks. I saw you in the draft, bro. You just vibing. I'm just vibing. These bye weeks got me in hell. We don't even have bye weeks. Are you looking them up in like? Are you looking them up in just like on your own? But yeah, this is not looking good, Choco Taco. We are just we're just. I think the fact that this guy's fucking name is Ulysses Bentley the 4th. That's a fucking powerful name. I'm gonna look this guy up. At Ole Miss now. He was at SMU. Oh my god, this is this guy's 6th year of college football. This guy's gonna be like 29. What are we talking about? Oh, we're on the clock. I'm gonna go the Minnesota guy. I'm gonna take the Minnesota guy. Boom. Love the team. Yeah, I'm looking them up. These teams got 2 or 3 bye weeks, and some of them are in the first round of the playoffs. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even recognize that. I'm not looking them up. I'm not even paying that much attention to all that shit. Because holy God, I don't even know any of these players to begin with. Choco Taco. Let's look at Choco Taco's team. How are you feeling about your team, Choco Taco? Where you at? Where you at? Did I just miss you? Where you at? Oh, you're on the clock right here. Okay, I see you. Who we got? Cam Ward, Riley Leonard. I was talking about Riley Leonard. I like Riley Leonard. Giddens, that's a good pick right there. Okay. I don't know any of these receivers, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know like any of these guys that you got. I truly don't. Again, I'm not locked in on college football though. So, yep, crazy. Okay, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you for the 16 people that are still in here watching me, grind out the college football contest. It was a ton of fun. Make sure you drop a like on the video, drop a sub if you're not subbed already, and we'll see you tomorrow night probably, and we will be back drafting. And we'll do some puppy. Maybe we hop back in here. I don't know. We'll see. This is fun though. This is fun. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. This was fun. Thanks you guys for sticking around. We'll see you later. Peace.